Welcome back. There are so many decisions that come into play when we call it quits on our career and start a new chapter in life. So tonight I talked with Bridget Herman. She's with Securian Financial, and she had some pretty good advice for families navigating some difficult money conversations heading into retirement. Bridget Herman, thanks for joining us on a Saturday night.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So you are here to help us navigate through the sort of pre-retirement talks, which can be a little bit awkward. And it's not just about finances, it's also that lifestyle shift.
Right. Absolutely.
What are some of the things, aside from finances, that you have to talk about maybe with your kids or the people in your family?
So, it's hard when people start thinking or talking about having that conversation about retirement. It's often the financial piece, but what they need to also remember is how it's going to impact their family. There's so many dynamics that come into play that you want to make sure you talk about and you have the conversation with your family. At Securian Financial, we're here for families, and we want them to understand the importance of open and honest conversation.
Give me an example of a couple sort of lifestyle shifts that people maybe don't think about, or the ones that can be super impactful.
So when you're thinking about retirement, you're thinking about how much money am I going to need? Is my mortgage going to be paid off? What kind of fixed expenses am I going to have? But also, how much money do I need to set aside for fun? So one of the lifestyle changes we see people have sometimes is maybe they're used to taking their family on an all expense paid trip, and now entering retirement, it just may not be feasible, and maybe they're only paying for airfare or paying for meals while they're on vacation. Sometimes even seeing a little bit of a role reversal in that adult children are helping to support their newly retired parents.
That's the lifestyle piece. Then obviously there's the piece that everyone thinks about, which is, do I have enough money saved? I mean, when we talk about just pure finances, what needs to be in order when you're thinking about retiring?
Well, and the biggest thing is going to be healthcare and long-term care. And that's not just doctor's visits, prescriptions. That is, what does your long-term care look like? Do you hope to stay in your house as long as you can and have maybe a skilled nurse come in and take care of you? Or do you have a preferred nursing facility that you want to go to? Because this is such a big piece financially, you want to make sure you're planning for that and communicating your wishes to your family.
How do you set expectations, I guess, with your family, or how do you approach those conversations? It's not super comfortable for everybody, but do you have any advice for approaching it with your kids?
You're right. That's a hard conversation. And in these things, nobody wants to be surprised. So one, I would say, give them a heads up that you're going to have this conversation, right? New year, new conversations. Let's talk about it when you come over next time. But also then make sure that you're keeping your emotions in check. Nobody likes surprises when it comes to this. So we have quite a few resources available on Securian.com that expand on all of these topics, but also there's a little short quiz on there to help you understand your retirement personality, or if you want to reach out to a financial professional, they can absolutely help you navigate some of these complex topics. And then finally, just communicate. You have to verbalize what you really want out of this. As someone who's retiring, you may be thinking, this is awesome. I finally get to travel the world and do everything I want, where your adult children may be saying, great, mom and dad are my backup babysitter when daycare now. So just verbalize it. Having these really tough conversations now will hopefully prevent any hurt feelings down the road.
Yeah, and you allude to kind of the fun part about retirement planning, which is thinking about all those plans that you've had for so long that you really want to do. So there is a fun aspect when you're kind of laying out, okay, this is what I want to do with my time. Like, these are some of the goals that I want to set aside money for.
Of course there are, right? When everyone thinks about retirement, when they are going through their working careers, hopefully they're planning for the fun piece of it too. The travel, maybe you're going to volunteer or continue to work in something that is more of a hobby or something fun. So these are all things to talk about and consider.
Anything else that is really important? I mean, do a lot of people have to look at downsizing their home, or, considering moving to another state, or maybe consolidating some of their bills?
Well, and this is COVID, right? It has played an impact. It has changed people's goals for how long maybe they were even planning to work. We know the effects that it's had on small businesses and even investments changing. And so it's a better time than ever to sit down and review that. And if you were planning on retiring this year, maybe you're taking a second look at that and saying, yep, maybe going to have to work another couple of years.
Any other big things that people miss when they are starting to have this conversation? Any common sort of things that are swept over that are super important?
I think it goes back to the communication, and that is telling yourself that you know what you want out of life, so then you can go forward and have that conversation both with a financial professional and your family.
And hopefully enjoy some of it too. Enjoy the process, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Bridget, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good stuff, and you'll find more of it, some more money advice and tips on retirement on WCCO.com. We'll be right back.